My name is James Jimmy Hills. My art, I feel I've stumbled into. I've become an artist or a creative through embracing my ability and gift of gab. Wanting to help people all my life, I've landed in a place that has an artistic tone to it due to using social media, Facebook Live. I'm embracing a different level of my artistic ability, so that's, I guess, how I embrace me being an artist. Java with Jimmy is a platform that works to, or its goal is to share information, invite people into the Java Cafe to be a part of the Java fam, to share information, to at times express their mental health status, at times to make me aware of what it is that the community needs to know, at times where people can testify about their successes in life. We practice thankfulness and gratitude, and we have Sunday Java as well, where I'm a man of faith, and so on Sundays we sort of do a churchy type Sunday Java. Java with Jimmy is really, and I want to be intentional about describing it because it's ever evolving. Java with Jimmy has evolved into this online community space where people come on a daily basis to get information, to greet one another, to celebrate one another. We recently had one of the Java fam whose daughters had 2 brain surgeries, and as recently as today, she was in the cafe talking about the success of the surgery, and everybody in there was familiar with the situation and virtually wrap their arms around her to support her. We have people in there who have formed bonds, people in there who have started their own sort of vlog cast themselves. So Java with Jimmy, I want it to be remembered, I want it to be known for, I want its brand to be one that is definitely authentic, that is organic within the boundaries of information sharing, awareness of resources, and mobilization to improve our quality of life. I think one of the first times that I remember finding my voice in the community, I think I was somewhere between 8 and 11 years old. There was an event at my grandmother's church, and they were talking about the plans for the next year. And nowhere in that convo did I hear anyone talking about the young people or youth or anything like that. And so I garnered a couple of young people I wrote the note, and they took it up to the deacons in the front of the business meeting, and they asked the question that some of our young people want to know what we're going to do about them. I think that's my earliest memory of advocacy. I believe the biggest benchmark in relationship to Java with Jimmy is within the first couple of weeks. The benchmark was that there were people, as we refer to in the room, or now we say the Java Cafe. We were actively connecting people with EBT resources. We were actively connecting people with support for those that were dealing with remote learning. We were actively connecting people with unemployment clarification around their benefits and who was eligible. One of the major benchmarks for me in this platform is the ability to assist and help. It's a calling. It's a destiny. I'll be honest with you, there are many times where I've asked God to take the concern away, to take the frustration away when I see inequities and when I'm familiar with the ability of perceived powers that be, that either by a stroke of a pen or through a vote or decision that they can improve the quality of life for those that I serve. It's interesting because coming up on the 1-year anniversary of Java with Jimmy, I've been very reflective, and what started out as just sharing information and resources the day the governor told us to stay home, in reflecting on, we hit 1,000 followers just, I believe, today, somewhere over the weekend. And even today in real time, people were sharing information, encouraging one another. The family atmosphere in the Java Cafe, there's a hashtag that we use. People come in and say good morning to other Java fam members in the Java Cafe. So to reflect back from what started as one live to 365 days coming on, and sometimes 2 or 3 times a day where there's a community of people that are engaging every single day, greeting everyone in the morning, sharing personal stories about surgeries and healing, and being open about their mental health status. It's to be reflective on it, man. It's humbling. It's very humbling, because this was not a sought after thing. Like, if I was going to be anything, I'd be a pastor or an executive director at a nonprofit. Like, not, and this isn't a job. It's not like a full-time job. This is just something that I've committed to doing until the government declares all clear. But even after that, the environment and the space that was organically created by the Java fam in the Java Cafe, we're going to stay together and keep doing this. I'm from very humble beginnings. Again, from Barnley Heath housing projects. My mother had succumbed to crack. I know what it is to be hungry. I know what it is to wear hand-me-downs. I know what it is to deal with violence. I know what it is to have roaches in the kitchen. I know what it is to see mice. And so I do what I do because I believe that everybody in humanity, every human being has a right to live a quality of life that is purposeful, a quality of life where they have opportunities to be positive contributors to our society despite systemic oppression and racism. I feel it's my responsibility to advocate and do what it is that I can do within my power and this new platform to share information, make the community aware of what's available to them, but then also mobilize them in a manner that they recognize and seize their power. I had my first therapy session, and I was sharing with the therapist that I was struggling with celebrating Java with Jimmy because of the nature of how we came together in COVID. And she said, well, let's switch roles. I want you to convince me of why you should celebrate. And I said, we've done it for a whole year. And I got ready to articulate the words, every day I committed, and I got choked up and I started crying because I hadn't realized that close to a year, a couple of weeks out, it's a weight. It's a weight with the technology, making sure the internet's working. People have mentioned to me that the openness and access and the transparency, and then people reaching out, that I have to be careful around self-care because you listen to people's stories and you take things on. But when I sat on March 24th, I committed, and it's hitting me now, but we've done it almost a year every day, and the stuff that has happened in here it's been dope. I'm passionate about it. I'm committed. Have I had days at 8:55 to where I get up and I'm like, but I tell people often, y'all don't know the miracle that takes place from 8:57 Monday through Friday, 8:57 to like 8:59, from getting dressed. Let's just share that I'm not one of these people. I make sure that there's something on the bottom when I'm on Java with Jimmy, but getting dressed and just making sure tech is working and lining up guests and booking, and it's the commitment. I think in this, I know I've been committed to stuff, but I think in Java with Jimmy, the level of commitment that I surprise myself with, I keep getting choked with this every day. I think it's just now as we approach the weight of the every day, it is, if I be honest, it's a lot. It's a lot. I think sometimes with the critique, sometimes whatever, but those that have been a part of this, those 1,000 people that have followed, the 700 people that have liked, they're getting their dose of Java. I want to thank everybody that's been a part of the Java fam and the Java Cafe for the past year. You all are amazing. This platform would not be possible and evolve the way it's evolved organically without you and all the supporters, from grants to gifts to coming on every day. I appreciate you. And we got a lot more to do.